Welcome to episode 15 of the Small Business Blueprint, and today we will talk about how to file your Articles of Organization. I'm Katie St. Ors, Certified Financial Planner and Enrolled Agent. Thanks to Colleen from Boston, Massachusetts for subscribing and requesting this video. Let's get going. When you decide to turn your entrepreneurial dream into an official, state-recognized business, there is a specific piece of paperwork that makes it a reality. This document is typically called the Articles of Organization. It is the legal form that you submit to your state government to bring your business into existence. Every state has its own specific filing office, which is usually the Secretary of State. The submission process might seem intimidating at first. However, it is actually quite simple once you know what details to provide. First, I'm going to give you a brief overview of the steps needed to file your Articles of Organization. If you want the detailed version, skip ahead to the 3-minute mark. Don't worry, you won't hurt my feelings. To begin, you will need to choose a unique name for your new business. This name must comply with your specific state regulations. Generally, it must include a designator like Limited Liability Company or the abbreviation LLC. You must also identify a registered agent for your business entity. A registered agent is the person or entity designated to receive official legal mail on your behalf. This address cannot be a simple post office box. Next, you must declare the management structure of your limited liability company. You can choose to have it managed by its members. Alternatively, you can select outside managers to run the day-to-day operations. You will also need to state the duration of your business. Most modern business owners choose a perpetual duration. This means the business will exist indefinitely unless it is formally dissolved. Finally, you must state the primary business purpose. Many states allow a very broad and general statement here. This ensures your business can engage in any lawful activity. Once you compile all of this essential information, you will submit it and pay the required filing fee. This administrative fee varies widely depending on your local state guidelines. For those that are new to the channel, this is episode 15 of the Small Business Blueprint. We call it the Blueprint because we have a video for almost every step you will encounter when starting and running your business. From choosing your business structure, setting up your accounting, hiring employees, banking, insurance, all the way to everyone's favorite business topic, taxes. Let us dive deeper into the actual steps you will take when drafting this crucial document. First, you must decide on the exact physical address of your business office. This absolutely cannot be a temporary location, as it is where the state will send legal notices and annual reports. If you work from home, you might hesitate to use your personal address for privacy reasons. This is where a professional registered agent service becomes highly beneficial. In episode 14 of the Small Business Blueprint, we covered the critical role of a registered agent in detail. A registered agent service can provide a secure business address to protect your personal home location from public records. Let us look at a real-world scenario to illustrate how this works in practice. Imagine you are starting an online retail shop from your spare bedroom. If you list your home address on the public forms, anyone can search the state database and find where you live. Using a registered agent service completely eliminates this privacy concern. Next, you must decide who will sign and submit the document. The person who prepares and signs the Articles of Organization is known as the Organizer. The Organizer does not have to be an owner of the limited liability company. It can be a trusted business partner, an attorney, or a professional formation service. Once the Organizer signs the document, it is ready for submission to the Secretary of State. Most states now offer an online portal that processes these applications in just a few business days. Filing online is highly recommended because it reduces spelling errors and speeds up approval time significantly. Some states even approve online applications instantly. Before you submit, however, you must understand that this filing is only the first step. While the Articles of Organization make your business legal, they do not govern how your business runs internally. For internal governance, you will need a separate document called an operating agreement. This document outlines the rights, responsibilities, and profit distributions among all the business owners. In episode 17 of the Small Business Blueprint, we discuss the operating agreement and why it is absolutely necessary even for single-member companies. Once your state government approves your articles of organization, you will receive a certified copy back. This certified document is your official proof of business existence. You will need this proof to accomplish several other essential startup tasks. For instance, you cannot open a business checking account or apply for business licenses without it. You will also need it to obtain your employer identification number from the federal government. Now let us discuss the costs associated with filing your articles of organization. The state filing fee is a mandatory cost that goes directly to your local government treasury. This fee can range from as low as $40 in some states to several $100s in others. It is a one-time fee to establish your business, though some states require annual reporting fees later. Some states allow you to select a future effective date for your new limited liability company. This means you can file the paperwork today, but your business will not officially start until a specific date next month. Unlike traditional corporations, you do not need to declare authorized shares of stock when filing for a limited liability company. This makes the organizational paperwork much simpler for a limited liability company compared to other business structures. If any of your business information changes, you will need to file an amendment with the state. Filing an amendment keeps your entity fully compliant and ensures the Secretary of State has your most current information on record. For example, states like California and New York have additional publication requirements that you must satisfy. Understanding these local nuances is critical to avoiding fine penalties or administrative dissolution. If you feel overwhelmed by the paperwork, you do not have to do it all by yourself. Many business owners choose to use professional formation services to handle the details. Platforms like Busy or LegalZoom can streamline the entire process for you. They will check name availability, draft the articles, act as your registered agent, and submit everything to the state. Using a professional service ensures that you do not make costly mistakes on public documents. It also saves you valuable time that you can spend focusing on growing your business. Let us summarize the key takeaways from today's discussion on filing your articles of organization. First, ensure you have a unique business name and a reliable registered agent address. Second, choose whether your business will be member managed or manager managed. Third, submit your official documents online through your state's portal to ensure rapid processing. Finally, always remember that filing your articles is just the beginning of your compliance journey. You will still need an operating agreement, a business bank account, and a federal tax identification number. Please note that we have affiliate links below, which means we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. Starting your own business is a massive achievement, and getting this paperwork filed is your first real step toward independence. Take it one line at a time. Thanks for watching. I'm Katie St. Ors, and I'll see you in my next video where I talk about everyone's favorite topic, taxes. This video is for educational purposes only and does not replace personalized tax or financial advice. Always consult a professional for your specific situation.